Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Manny B Investing MBI, and I've got Charlie here. Cardano decentralized native Oracle project. CNT coming soon, but they just launched an NFT project that's going to do a number of different things, helping the project in itself, helping deliver water to places that have a difficult time achieving something as simple as water, something we take for granted. But why we are here is they're currently in a Twitter space. I'm telling you hands down, best Twitter spaces on Twitter, next to Charles's Twitter spaces. And honestly, I know so much about Charles just by watching and listening to him that I think the Charli spaces are mooning Charles's. So what I wanted to talk about in this video was the development update here. We've got some people posting about the cuties. I love their logo. I've talked about it numerous times in the past. Big fan of their logo. It's just so it's so simple, yet like it's iconic. You know, it's like the Nike swoosh. Super simple, but it's just one of those logos that they're just so good. You can't really say much about it as far as just like, you know, it's an epic logo. I like it. But the development update here, again, it's an Oracle. It's kind of boring, I know, but this is the tech and this is what they finished. They've identified an issue with the transaction balancing from the wallet API when testing the updated Charli3 validator on private testnet. So they do have a testnet. Unfortunately for, you know, the nerds like myself and maybe a few of you, it is private. Can't play around with it. Troubleshoot issues with the node PAB Plutus application backend and the wallet API identified during backend integration. So this is the Plutus backend playing around with the nodes. I'm sure they're doing this on testnet, the private testnet. Looks like they identified a few problems which they've corrected. Integrated backend with additional data source APIs and added support for passive dynamic JSON data from the backend API. I used to work with JSON files, so it's just, you know, features, internal features, stuff that we don't need to worry about or have anything to do with. Investigated Cardano GraphQL and related components required to set up a transaction explorer or private testnet. I'm not sure if this is going to be something that is going to carry over to the mainnet, or if this is just something exclusively related to their private testnet, and they're just telling us, hey, this is what we found, this is what we worked on. So in progress currently, setting up the GraphQL and the Transaction Explorer interface for private testnet. Like I just said, probably related exclusively to their private testnet. Create a front-end user interface for interacting with the backend, accessing the contracts and API. Not sure what this was related to. It might be for integrations, partnerships when working with other platforms that are looking to integrate the Oracle solution into their platforms. This may be what that's about because they're talking about APIs here. Set up an end-to-end integration test connecting API backend and C3 contract on private testnet. I believe that also same deal. It's going to be internal stuff. They're talking about contracts. They're talking about APIs, backend stuff. We're looking at, you know, how they are going to connect to a platform of a client and feed data to them. Refactor Oracle aggregation validator for aggregating multiple nodes to suit the network constraints. Phase 3 validator checks and redesign. I believe that'll have to do with mainnet and validation of data from the nodes and transmission of that data through and access through APIs. So yeah, kind of boring, but worth talking about. I was planning on making this video, and then I saw that they did a Twitter space, so I jumped in that Twitter space, kind of hung out for a little while, asked a few questions about Milkomeda. Great time, great space, a lot of cool people, just networking. But Charli is, I feel like Charli's going to be successful. they're doing the hard work. They're doing the work that no one else really wants to do. This is tough. It's complicated, and they're punching through. They're doing it. I think they were successful in their round. The Cardano funding, the round 7. I think they were successful and were able to get funded to provide free Oracle data to projects looking to get Oracle data and just don't have a ton of funds to be able to pay for it. So they're doing they're doing work, man. They're putting in work. They're helping the ecosystem, and they're building something that is going to be very important to a successful layer 1 blockchain with applications building on it. So thank you again for checking me out. Hit that like, hit that share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.